High-quality written communication is essential to all engineering documents.
It has been estimated that engineers spend between 20 and 40% of their working days writing rather than designing, investigating or calculating, an amount that only increases as they move up the management ladder. They spend almost as much of their time writing the reports and emails as they do actually doing the engineering work required for these. So it's very important that other people can understand and actually gain value from what they are writing about.
Just like verbal communication, it is important that an engineer's written communication is coherent, concise and clear. While there are many things that can be done to improve anyone's written communication, we will be focusing on three main areas. 1. Structure and formatting. 2. Visual aids. And 3. Accessible language.
To do this, let's take a look at a report that John the engineer has written.
Reading the contents of his report, you can see that John has worked very hard on his investigation and has a lot of valuable information to share. However, what's not so clear is his main findings or recommendations. Let's see what we can do to fix this.
First of all, we can see that John's work is simply a large body of text which is hard to navigate. He hasn't separated his work into sections, paragraphs or added headings. The document could probably use a bit of formatting. Let's see if adding those will make a difference. That's better. Now that the information is split up into sections, we can easily navigate through his document and find the information that we need. Fixes like this improve the consistency and organisation of writing and contributes to the overall coherence of the document.
Sometimes the old adage is true. A picture really is worth 1,000 words. In some situations, a diagram or table presenting an engineer's findings is a far more effective way of communicating than words ever will be. By all means, add words, but highlight the most important findings and let the diagram or table do the rest. Much better. People are far more likely to understand John's findings now that all the information is presented with only a small amount of text. It looks much easier to understand. Visual aids like this will reduce wordiness, better summarise the data, and helps make the report far more concise.
And lastly, let's take a closer look at what John has written. The most important aspect of any engineer's written communication is the language. Unfortunately, not everyone is an engineer like John, and don't always understand the same technical terms as he does. That's why it's so important that he keeps in mind who might be reading his work and to change his language accordingly. Let's take a look at the recommendation he's written here. Someone from a non-engineering background may not understand some of these terms. For example, they may not be familiar with the terms dead and live loads. Additionally, kilopascals may not be a unit they are familiar with. Let's remove all the jargon from this sentence. Much better. With the language simplified but not dumbed down, anyone should be able to read and understand John's recommendation. Using accessible language like this increases readability and ease of understanding, contributing to the clarity of the text.
Once John's report has been checked and edited, it's ready to be sent off for other people to read.
There are, of course, many other important things to consider when writing that all-important email or report, but hopefully for now you will feel much more confident in your communication by remembering 1. Structure and formatting, 2. Visual aids, and 3. Accessible language.
Until next time, happy writing!